My pocket money, I'm kind of doing the opposite of Alora. So we have talked about in our monthly budget videos that we have a line item called pocket money. And we both get the same line item. And right now it's $30, and eventually it'll probably go up as we create more margin in our budget and all of that, and we decide to loosen up a little bit more. But right now it's $30. And my wife, she usually spends her pocket money on a lot of little things. So a lot of little things, a lot of thrifting, a lot of that. So it's a bunch of little things that add up to that $30. For myself, I don't really do it that way. I don't buy a bunch of little things. I will buy one big thing. So it'll be one big thing, usually adds all the way up to $30 or close to $30. And that's my one thing for the month. A lot of times, those kinds of things are going to be hobbies of mine, which is Steam games, which are video games to use on my computer, or they are board games that I can play with family and friends. And so a lot of times those kinds of things, those video games and board games, are less than $30. If they happen to be more than $30, then the next thing I do is I will save my pocket money from 1 month to then spend in the next month. So if I abstain from spending 1 month, then I get $60 the next month to spend because I didn't spend it in the previous month. And so I'll do things like that to buy bigger things, like, for example, more expensive board games, because there are board games out there that cost $40, $50, $60. There are video games that cost that amount too, but usually I'm not buying expensive video games. And then some other things that I have bought besides that is I recently bought an overcoat for this winter. I wanted something a little bit more fancier than my current winter coat that I have. And it could be something I could wear on Sundays and when I have like a vest or dress shirt and tie and all that kind of stuff. I've been kind of reflecting more on my life, I guess, and trying to better myself a little bit. I've been exercising more, trying to get some nicer clothing and things like that, and get rid of clothing that I've had since high school, which was a long time ago at this point, and just trying to better myself. So I bought the overcoat. That took a few months of saving to do, because that was not a $30 or even a $60 thing. That was more like an $80 to $90 thing. So it took a little bit of saving to get to that. Another thing that I saved quite a bit for is upgrades to my personal computer. And I had to actually create a sinking fund for that too. So I took my pocket money plus the sinking fund and put the things together to make it happen. So that was another big purchase that happened. And I think that took about $200 or a little bit more than that, I think, to do all the upgrades necessary to get my computer where I wanted it to be. And so as you can see, when it comes to my pocket money, I'm kind of doing the opposite of Alora. She's spending it every month, and it's a lot of little things. I'm spending it on big things, and it's usually one thing a month, or it's waiting a couple months, or in some cases 3 months, in order to buy something big and get that. So some future things I'll probably buy with my pocket money. I'm not going to be able to buy anything this month because I've already spent the pocket money. But next month I'll finally have pocket money again to be able to buy things and stuff. And I don't know, I'll probably be looking more into things that could be betterment, less entertainment things, more things that will better me. So maybe clothing and maybe some more exercise stuff or things like that in the future. So we'll see. I'll try to include you guys in on about that too, what other things I'm buying in the future. I know there was a comment mentioned in one of the, I think, monthly budgeting videos talking about about the things that we buy with our pocket money, specifically me, because I usually don't share a lot of that. Laura will share sometimes in the videos. So go ahead and watch those too. I'll try to include more of that information when I am buying things as well, so that you can kind of see what it looks like in our life, and that we're not just preaching to you, but we're also practicing what we're preaching as well.